Azagwaba.
Yeah, no.
Govia me ya yemia menua ono so kasama the MPP. Govi agwaba.
Okatechi.
Now it's out ben.
Traffic be am go dim ntina ama pressure Tom so kakabaks.
Anyway, no question busa John Mahama 24 hours trafficking ko be any day.
Okay,
Yay. Hey, now I'm got you.
I'll bet you. Papa, I'll bet you. Was say, and our Bob one a big team. Our 24-hour economy.
There be the offer. Mesuma Bahaze, the future of this country, okay, will be championed by Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. To us, Mesumi born who they will.
What am I telling you?
Sam Akwaba. Bibi aboko there.
Nyamia don physically there and spiritually there. Bibi aboko, but I'm paying for him to feel conante and I'm a boy. And it's in a dear chin with there. I will say Bibi Cambra Bono. And Sabi Bina Cambra Bono. I am the said last week now a year I'm out. Or making reference to a year article 36. So what I said, the economic right of every citizen. And it's the economic right of every citizen, the responsibility of the government of the day. Say Obeshe say, ye dada sitsna ye timu, any ye nyuma ye day, ye no, ebeku ya maye. Bakateche say ye, and only asem that is not the case. Because I'm watching in a day, in a queen. It's no physically, spiritually, I'm okay, but economically and financially there.
Mami Musa Kofia me ya economically, physically you are okay, financially when you okay na. Reshuffle so abe na reshuffle no Kofi at the end of the day.
Okatechi dedika maminchia wankasa. Na minchia wonderful production team. Na minka smu ye adwuma so. Se minka che ozemi wono ho ame monitor mo pa.
Fantastic.
Me wa so ame monitor mo. Munoma mo ye ya na efe. Na menchia eye wahwefo ne watiefo nyina
nyina ajo so
maye ne say wie no memfa nchie mu nhwam emma MPP party nyina the rank and file of the party michia mo nyame nkom ne nyame nyomo kese sense adwuma so mo ye no ya kono efe bibia di adanse say bold solutions will come. There will be a new chapter and that new chapter will be Dr. Mahmoud Baumia MPP nyame ya adomo 2024 ye be kon kodin every ni a year baton. Okay, the answer na make call ratio for nimuno. So be ma me kon ya ni die mu anya obrasi mu pese me din nyoma mienu miensa bi tu dwa.
So as you can me hear say jabe de.
Madam ma o hwe eye daily graphic. Eye nkrata no o hwe anim ho na o say public sector salaries up by 23%. Ufri ho na wo ba eye the anchor newspaper anim also now say government releases 150 million to patch potholes. Ebio say woko eye Ghana business eye we ya online now bon say ghana.com. Kotechi say unim ghana.com eye platform Dr. Mahmoud Baumia office e create ya aban sike bia.
Ghana.com.gh.
Exactly, ntino duty so levy so fees be also trebiano or nefa. Within the time you buy you realize about 230 billion Ghana cedis. That goes to show you how digitalization can help the economy. The reason why Okatechi made public sector salaries up by 23% in the balance. Over kind nanu ye ndi be na watching me in Sakra. Your man penny that John Dramani Mahama or person or sa baby omi to no swaba. Or catch a Ghana phone in say economy na say to the extent say sebi adwuma for crown or bar ontimi ntu omoka. For that matter ye man honeymoon. Na oba onya abote na ontoto nyoma. Me pese me de to Ghana phone anim ahobrase mu ni obuo mu. Say even in spite of all our challenges, in spite of our struggles no, aban etimi atu adwuma for aketuom ohanchemu eduonu miensa. So that means say oje 2000 Ghana cedis o your public sector worker and ne obeje 2460 Ghana cedis aban the 460 Ghana cedis e the account aketua. In the midst of all our economic challenges no, yetimi anya aban amwe we release 150 million Ghana cedis ya kwan na enya no ye betimi dia enie. The entire medi we buy ne se okatechi e pese Ghana for ani die mu ani a obrase mu obuo mu eti asese achia ne mbuye Yaji tumu prekope. De biya me kase o share budget statement 2021 for 2022 as read in November 2021. The President of the Republic, His Excellency Nana Akufo-Addo, made an assertion and clear paragraph 20. I see, Mr. Speaker, I am under no illusion as to the challenges and the sufferings of the Ghanaian people. And yoma metimi aye ama Ghana fo nya hotono. And then Emma meda menda. So there's a clear admission say Omampeni na Nana Akufo-Addo or ditum prekope say Ghana fo wa hohiahia. Nemo yepe Omampeni anase aban ana manyukua omo Ghana fo tema omo odoma Ghana fo no omo competence any the world without any nimdia sebi yekwa ahokyere mu a ombetimi ayiye fi ahokyem asa be drew mapoma biana the new patriotic party. That is why even in the midst of our challenges no we are able to do the things that we are doing. Obi a onyamba ye cry catch say oba ye mani honeymoon ye mani nkoda engine a home kakra ansa na wetimi abe nyoma osi oba adwumayefo krontimi nchomoka. Then the question is that exactly yeman pani dada John Dramani mama osi oba sebi wontimi ntu adwumayefo aketcho na sebi oba be den in the midst of our channel economy no osi ase nimpo no and ye increase public workers aketua by 23%. Okay, now let's go into the racial
reshuffle no ho
reshuffle no the woman say this is not the first time since independence here reshuffle. O share
agravosen for so be no so.
Oh meba ho. O ma Jimmy phone no come in facts and figures be the historical unko production team no mo ya de pa no ma Jimmy phone. I would have given you a historical a historical contest as to the ye can't raise up na sechire opani bi ye friend no ayi etro book bi about Ghana or say some thoughts on ministerial reshuffles in Ghana. Joseph R. A. Aye.
Okay.
Now o share sir in krata no tro na you understand say reshuffling has many faces or reasons, a lot of reasons. A bit or for efficiency reasons and performance reasons. And then you can give examples. For example, the Liman administration, near friend lawyer Randolph. Yes, he was the Attorney General. And Omuyi Nifri, demoting as a matter of fact. They I think corporate minister or local minister. The reason is that according to fact at that time, he was a very good lawyer for that matter. But not in the relationship with Nipa Onim Nipa Huejumaye. But when it comes to law, he was extremely good. So he had to be demoted. And I know I see a reshuffle. So my point is that sometimes reshuffle occurs so that the government of the day or the president can realign. There can be somebody extremely good. I want to feel the oil, but because of Nipa Huejumaye na to sneakaka. That is not saying say DAC nanui is what happened. And that's all president really don't give reasons why they reshuffle one individual or the other.
They are not bound by any law.
At all. But sometimes they give hints. Omampeni Nanado Danko Akufo-Addo. So Obekaya, one hint that say he really doesn't or believe he doesn't really necessarily have to reshuffle people. So
he believes that reshuffle concept in the Westminster system, where the Prime Minister will reshuffle people that he thinks will not support him to get his next bid. But we run the parliamentary presidential system where your ministers don't contribute nothing to your success in your next bid for governance into a reshuffle.
And I said, Osha's any argument now, to some extent, or you're right, because only the one policy, the program, the direction. So, they work at his behest. And I have said, and I maintain that when it comes to the New Patriotic Party, we have a village of competent people at any given time. Anybody can perform. Even with this reshuffle, people are saying, the point really is that whether time news or not time news, may make us say even yema 1 week or even a single day. It means it's a okay. Some of us na me adom and some you only me from me but see baby am you know where I come from. Oh, see me here jumanti or me dia bro me
that 2 minutes first mama.
Necessary. Okay. So for me even if it's 1 week a lot of time to make a lot of difference. I don't believe in set time. So in any case, so on my way, about even Kufua Breswa within about 5 months to the end of the term, no, or reshuffle, to the extent that even John Dramani Mahama, after 2016, when he had lost the elections, he continued to make appointments. NCC, he made an appointment. Shrach, he made an appointment. Your friend is Auditor General make an appointment. So for me, it's not about the time. It's about how competent and the direction of the president at the end of the day and who he thinks obetimi ayejuma. Clearly, some of the names now who you know obeti say Honorable Kojo Ponkroma. For me, Oyobia, any ministry bia odin bekobia he can perform because or a lawyer obetimi ay attorney general. Or finance background, obetimi finance minister, and these are two critical portfolios. You need somebody with that background of maybe or finance and or a lawyer, and some obetimi ayejman. And this is a gentleman that he can perform. And clearly, for me as a information minister, waye ejuma bebre. And some of the names now about Bonny, you can see relatively they are younger people. Omususa, obeti say honorable Asifua, any honorable Charles a champion, our senior Baku or St. Peter's. And I believe that with a few days now, or meet me a year Jumama MPP, indeed, you're breaking it. No, I'm a Dr. Mahmoud Bamia, Abetua, and another Danko Kufado, Namemunuso.
Was that a member of San Macosamo?
Oh, Kako, some work.
Some. Bona you understand my reshuffle. Is that a threat to my success?
Na if you no atsena eso kukukuku no
ebiana we omo de nchanse amodi e be fa so abeku.
Forget about it, still the fact remains to say eso kukuku, so you can't compare the rate at which eso kukuku to say atotire enyepe what was what I say enyepe na nim anape de maminchi a watifo no ahwefo nyina
ye yira ajo so
na nchi akese no nkoma Ghana man pinyo nam kwan so eba the most honest politician yenya ewo yen current dispensation in terms of political space, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. My infenchi akese mano na minchi a Western North tiefo nyina ene ahwefo nyina katachi nsem bi wo ho ame ya kan ya ehu behia se ye be den ye betenetene no na ame ya okasa na ame ya ese President Mahama se untumi ntua edwuma efoka na minim se bia oye mischief anase bia unim whichever way bia no ehu behia se ye be den ye betenetene no asembe no mampanyi Mahama kan Osisa wohwe economy ne baby a yegina siseye ana onte akunwa so no onte akunwa so no ontimi nye den emeki any promise onte akunwa so but just what I say
one would have expected said as a opposition leader he will be privy to some facts.
Don't worry about
it.
So I say national security for Asia every week could brief President Kufuor say for documents in President Mahama and I'm a boy. So I send you Jaka Vice President also irrelevant and then an advisor into be opposition and our expect to be who yes and your way now. But Okasai as opinion with caution because you see opinion dream Martin Sumanya then Martin Sumante. Don't forget to say, or can send be bro your president say, train so betina kunyano soa. That is why I'll bet me I make it then certain pronouncements. Or can the chair president go for the vice president Baumia? He told them, and Nuntin Obia, what can Sakasa we dano? Are you very mindful because when you say unniwa, on shed that you privy to some day, ecoso. And I think that was the most wisest statement. Opinion here day. It make here. Because a daya wunimu, a basic no what me can once. You get there, then you speak to it. Until Mr. say a yena wo kasa, then you know how to speak about it. Katachi, a bionon so no mamma kunya winter sansem way feel. And it dahon, and I say a quambi so no MPP for a speaking very ill about the policy 24-hour economy. And in na a ye urodi ke kraba na or kamwasem. Intin so besha ya fire paying for be na ya attribute to certain comment and statement to them say we are can way or to suggest to say yankasa krana policy near ye dia near ye den. But just what I say. But that is not the case. Yet yasia enim enunti say oken kind a policy na yes a deliberate policy, a very deliberate policy. Aye de be achieve basically enyama mienu. Enyama mienu na basically ye de achieve ne ba ko say ye dey emma employment. A create employment. That is number 1. And then number 2, a stabilize a economy no. Stabilization of the economy. Because see to me Emma 24-hour ni ye juma. Na certain sectors are a war economy ni mu. And now some businesses yet me bo mo na production money at the ecosra. Ebeboa Emma ye economy na dey ejini because an economy ye largely an import driven economy. Se bibia ye be ye bia no ye credit fee amount ne na eba no. E was say eno no ma woti ase say ye were a certain shortage in terms of aye production. And so shortage you know there is a demand. Enunti na ebi mu credit amount ne ba omunya atofo mo ye dey ma omoto no. Because enka demand no eni ho a I'm not sure say any businessman will make that importation. Until how do you bridge that gap? It has to be a very deliberate policy. Now, when him, my MPP for Bebre, ebi mo say 24-hour economy no is either a result of something and as a consequence of BB.
So that is not the action itself.
But when him BB, no kwe woman say, unkonko hu oba wa bonten. None of power sending the momo so on fanto breakfast. We are 1 minute cast on fanto lunch being a day, indeed. And then assume say unimself a day open. Sabika for that is nonsense. Because don't make the person assume say bia when he a day edging home. But say when it's in one deliberately kaya day kafachi and say many a day edging home. Then you take it from there. And nunti ena ye kase MPP for some more mukase it is a consequence and as a result of bibino ojun ho ti ase enye den enye yi but that was is a deliberate policy. I mean true. Look katachi ne di kan no me catch you say the creation of employment yajiatum Ghana man panyini obia in fact say okokofa eye Ghana statistical service omo survey and I say omo population census omo ye ya omo say mabuna eye from 15 and above omo eye adwuma eye ye no about 14% in the contributor eye unemployed. So unemployment rate na kwa could do 14% there. Then it means to say it is a cause for worry. Inti kwambe ni betimi afa so a maame na wa hwe ne ba e wo suapon awie na akra ne tifia sabe wasan ya deso amano no obetimi anya adwuma ye den aye enunti ya target is a private sector as well as what the public sector. And public sector no we are looking at agencies and I say dwuma ku a omo no den e provide certain services a pressure den e wo won so a bit to say customs, a bit to say DVLA, a bit to say passport office. Let me give you a typical examples. I was saying you makoya maboy. Passport service it provided services at the Mancroft. 2016 ɛna under the then minister ɛyɛ Anatete ɛyɛ den ɛyɛ introduce e-passport na e-passport no nia wo yɛ ne say o make applications online and you can even pay your money. Please, what is that? What is that?
Mbacho Jaina Montoso.
Unim bibi. Even though you make sa den dwumadie no ɛwɔ hɔ. Nanso no kura a woman ne say yɛnkɔ online entwa picture. Enye online ene ye take o fingerprint. Na mum no obeye in person. Ɛwɔ any office of editing, a passport office. But ɛna me no ka say obi betimi make an application for a passport. Na ya man be say 3-4 months. Because workforce na ɛwɔ hɔ no. Entimi enye den enye dwuma na ɛwɔ hɔ ni nyina. President Mahama say oba because of that workload. Obe make sure say sa eye passport office no. Ebe operate eye den a 24 hour. Whereby ya oba na pon 4 o'clock akọ. Obi for day ebeba in order to deal with the various backlog and serve the people better. Oko DVLA ene na ahokyere sika ni ho enka the month of January February obehu kasa oko waja ayeden asalai ayeden ewo ho dia okoye new registration nia okoye registration of den for license dia okoye roadworthy ni nyina no ewo ho but even today it is still there. How would we be able to deal with it? So what for then a doswan a bois and my yetumi yeden a deal with all this backlog let me move straight into the private sector. Private sector, and we made mention of agriculture. And the question Amati Bimubisa say, Adenko for a foam and a joanna. I hear this and I say, this is complete myopic thinking. This is a complete myopic thinking. Now, you see, say myopic the enquachiri. You understand? The motto is Jane Shekan. But what I say, you think beyond. So you sit down and you think beyond. Look. Mame for me nya panyini onabo kwabna minta kando any example uni se kwabna domo a rice farmer na emona kwabna ye den edo no apart from se kwabna domo no kwabna wo factory eye den e process emono eye ne kama e de ba mansandwa so
na dey see no
mepa now obi be ka kire wo say e kwan be na be fo so a 24 hour no farmer na oye ebia kwabna no ebetimi akoye adwuma anajo ewo nafu. So when there is a deliberate policy now, President Mahama say obema tax incentive to hire these people, hire electricity tariffs, ebeba form no. What happens nene say? Kwabena ba benya sisia no ne ho behenhan no. Me ho behenhan no demand den ewo ho dada for that particular product. Inti demand na ewo ho no. Ebema kwabena ehia more hands ewo nafu. Inti more hands na kwabena ehia wo nafu mu no. Enye necessary say bi okwakoye adwuma den anajo. But because there's high demand in Tino, kwabena additional workers den ewo form ho. And even if say kwabena pese oye 2 shifter, ebi mbetimi akwa anopa 5 o'clock. Na wapon ebi abeye sesen, be say 12 o'clock. Ebi nko 12 o'clock, on 5 and I say 6. Kwabena tumi increase the workforce ewo form ho. Ofie form ho na se oba factory ni mu a obe processing na. Ehompo de nkania wo ho. Yate nkania ne so ama no. Inti nanka kwabena na taxes ekunu ebu ni kom into oye adwuma 4 o'clock wapon no. Kwabena betimi for additional workers say bo mo be ye adwuma mpo from 4 money ade corner na jona. Enu mpo no tariff ni yeden ewo form.
So that's 24 hour
additional workers mpo yeden account. Atumi aboa to deal with the issues of say yeden. Ye create employment. So the employment aspect has been done. And now, in terms of the economy, nankasa no, a stabilizing economy no you see kasa money, interest rate money ehon keka no. I was saying who said the moment inflation bekoso no, the main driver of inflation an excessive supply of money in the system. Ewo ho. And that is where government comes in to control it through the monetary policy by saying, say, the person million say interest rate and I say policy rate of Bank of Ghana.
That is where I also come in to control